We know that the government says it has plans for post-subsidy removal, and monies have been collected that would be paid to the poorest of the poor Nigerians, about 50 million people. So is NLC aware of all of this, and what's its position about these monies that were collected to be paid to the poorest of the poor when subsidy is removed?
We are not. We came to the knowledge of that the same way you also came to the knowledge of that. We know what Nigerian politicians can do, and we know the wickedness that pervades that sector. We will say that we don't know. We're not officially communicated about that, and it is not part of the tripartite committee that was set up to look at those issues. So, like I said, we keep our fingers crossed while we watch them, because they know that there is an existing agreement concerning the issue of all issues around the petroleum subsidy removal or whatever. So,
what are those agreements between the government and Labour with regards to subsidies?
There is a subsisting, there is an existing committee. That's what I say, existing committee that is supposed to be looking at those issues. As we speak, that committee, the work of that committee, the report of that committee has not been given to anybody, because that committee is no longer functional. So as it stands now, the government cannot go ahead and do whatever they like and pretend that they are doing it on behalf of Nigerians. I don't want to call it a cash out. It is very clear that the authority want to cash out on these things, and this is one of the ways they want to cash out. To borrow money, unfortunately,
so if Labour feels it's a cash out, if Labour feels it's a cash out program, hello, Mr. Onyeka, if Labour feels it is a cash out program by some individuals in the government, what is Labour now going to do about it? Because if you know,
you cannot stop somebody. Some of these people, like somebody said, that they just have a few months, or just about 1 month to stay in office, and then they leave. A lot of them are coming. You could see projects that are coming up, spurious projects all over the place that are coming up. They will be held accountable through the normal accountability processes. Okay, they are legal. Those platforms of accountability will be activated, and then we find out who took what. Because I assure you that the $800 million that was taken is not going to get to any Nigeria. So they are going to do a few and then the money disappears. But that is not what we don't want to be bugged by those things now. We don't want to,
because we have to bring them up, because the government has said, in fact, before the initial plan was in June, subsidy would be removed for petrol. But then we're even hearing that before this administration, the new administration is sworn in on May 29, we might have seen subsidy removal. And marketers have said if that happens, the price of petrol might go to about 700 naira plus.
Any attempt to increase the price of petroleum products in Nigeria will set Nigeria on fire. We will not allow Nigerians to suffer any longer as a result of the refusal of those in governance to govern Nigerians appropriately. Governance is not about forcing suffering on the people. We will not allow the Nigerian Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress we will not allow anybody in government to use the tools of governance to force poverty, to force suffering on Nigerians any longer. Those days are gone. If anyone that comes up with such issues, and if the pattern government believes that he wants to do it and hurriedly leave, then it means that they do not mean well for the incoming administration. Because what they are going to do is to leave a whole lot of crisis in the collapse of the incoming.
But this is where we are, Mr. Onyeka, because
we are not going to relent.
You had earlier said that Labour doesn't want to play its cards now or involve itself in this when I asked you about the increase in the price of petrol. Because if you remember, petrol went up to about, 500, 600 in some places at that time. And many expected Labour to at least say something to know about it. But then I remember when we had this conversation the last time when the price of petrol was up, you said Labour was presenting an alternative, and that was the Labour Party and the candidate and Nigerians feel that would be the best way to approach these problems. Let's have somebody in the system that would understand what workers are doing, and then from there it will be possible to change. Now it seemed like your party, the Labour Party, I beg your pardon, did not eventually make it to the into the government. We have an incoming administration of the APC's Bola Ahmed Tinubu in a matter of weeks now. At the time, the Labour didn't speak that much. Now that that supposed plan didn't go as expected, what happens now? If you didn't speak much when the price of petrol was at that price, as that high, and Nigerians were waiting to hear from Labour, not much was said. What's the guarantee that now that the subsidy wants to be removed, Nigerians will hear Labour stand and take a position on this?
These matters are very clear. Let us not look them. They are very, very clear. If subsidy, the meaning of subsidy is to increase the prices of petroleum products, then we will work against it. We will fight it. That is what we are. It's a simple thing. I don't know how you want us to put it. That if the understanding, which is what people in government have, expressed over time, when they talk about subsidy removal, it means petroleum price increase. If that is the understanding, I tell you, without even conduct that, the Nigerian Labour Congress will resist. We will mobilize all our networks and our structures to resist it. Every other thing is grammar. That is the truth. We will resist it. Prices, I mentioned that from the
So does the NLC support? Does the NLC?
I'm
okay.
to finish this talk. Okay? That the pricing of petroleum products in Nigeria, the differential pricing, before scarcity, is the next over 20 or 30 years. Prices of petroleum products are not the same in the north, in the deep south, in the west. They are not the same. But we are saying that what we are going to do is as simple as this. We know that the price of petroleum products is this, and that if the government, this present government, decides to say that we are increasing the prices of the white products, especially the PMS, to social amount, for any reason, we will resist it. It's as simple as that. And how
but the prices already have been increased. I mean, it used to be 165. I'm not sure we still buy petrol at 165.
My brother, wait until the food is done. They told you they are going to do something. They have not done it. Wait, let them do it.
Okay. All right, then.
Let them do it, and you see the reaction from the Nigerian Labour Congress.
Any chances that we might see the NLC or TUC take the government to court? Is the legal option of tackling this problem, is that something the NLC or TUC would consider?
The legal option, is dead on arrival. That it won't work. What will work is the power of the people, the power of the men on the street, the power of people like you, the power of the sovereign. Nigerians are the sovereign, and we will mobilize that power of the sovereign. We are the owners of this nation. It is not owned by those that occupy the corridors of power. This nation is owned by us, and all of us must be prepared to engage those that want to force suffering on us, those that want to use the instrument that we get to them to oppress us. So that's the power that we have, and that is the power that we are going to mobilize. And when those powers are mobilized effectively, then we will get what we want. And I assure you that we will provide a leadership that we will be at the forefront, and we will lead the charge. It is no longer business as usual. It is a different ballgame altogether, and we are prepared to go the entire
All right, Mr. Onyeka, thank you very much. We just hope that whatever the NLC or TUC intends to do, it's something that would be legal and fall within the ambits of the law.
We have never been illegal in our approaches, and will continue working within the ambits of the law.
Thank you very much.